Hello everyone, I'm Subhojit Panda from OdissaTV.in presenting you today's news from Odisha. First headlines. BJP and BJD unleash massive poster war to claim credit for the IOCL's Paradip refinery ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the state. Union Minister Uma Bharati washes her hands of the Polavaram matter, says the centre won't interfere as it is an interstate issue. Commissioner Police launches manhunt for D Brothers' godfather, who is suspected to be the mastermind of the entire criminal network. 2 electricity generators in Odisha demand hike in power tariff at the hearing in Odisha Electricity Regulatory Commission. And Odisha relaxes its restrictions on visits by foreign tourists to tribal pockets in the state after over 3 years, sets revised guidelines for regulation of the visits. Now the details. In an act of one-upmanship to claim credit for the IOCL's Paradip refinery, BJP and BJD have unleashed a massive poster war ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to inaugurate the marquee project on 7th February. While the BJP has put up huge billboards featuring life-size images of Narendra Modi mentioning certain trivia about the soon-to-be inaugurated IOCL refinery in Paradip, the BJD is not far behind. Raising its campaign pitch, the ruling party has also been able to cram in posters of Chief Minister Naveen Patnaik between the saffron palette, staking a claim for the industrial development in Paradip. The landscape at airport, Rupali Chokka, Panthanivas and other prominent areas and roads of Bhubaneswar are now dotted with hundreds of posters of both the parties, with the smiling visages of Modi and Naveen vying for the onlookers' attention. Meanwhile, Modi, who was scheduled to arrive in Odisha on the night of 6 February, will now arrive on 7 February after a minor change in his itinerary. In a new twist to the issue of Polavaram project, Union Water Resources Minister Uma Bharati on Thursday said, Odisha is yet to keep its answer on rehabilitation package recommended in the Gopal Krishna committee. Notably, there is a palpable discord between the central government and Odisha owing to the ongoing construction of Polavaram multi-purpose irrigation project in Andhra Pradesh. Union Water Resources Minister Uma Bharati washed her hands of the matter, saying Polavaram is an interstate issue and the central government would not interfere in the matter. Bharati, who is on a 3-day visit to Odisha, also informed at a press meet yesterday that she will propose to the state government the plan for interlinking Godavari Mahanadi rivers. In this regard, she will meet the state and central government officials on Wednesday.
एम्बैंकमेंट के जरिए प्रभावित होने वाली आबादी को बिल्कुल उससे मुक्त रखा जाए और दूसरा हो सकता है कि एक बेस्ट आरआर का पैकेज दिया जाए। वो राज्य सरकार के सामने प्रस्तावित है, राज्य सरकार को अपना रिस्पॉन्स देना है।
समुद्र विभाग ऑफिसर माने केंद्र मंत्री श्रीमती उमा भारती को प्रकृत तथ्य जन ना लुकई रख।
पोलावरम प्रोजेक्ट अवार्ड हुआ ट्रिब्यूनल को, तो उस समय पर उड़ीसा ने, मध्य प्रदेश ने, क्योंकि तब छत्तीसगढ़ नहीं बना था, और आंध्र प्रदेश ने, क्योंकि तब तेलंगाना नहीं बना था, इन तीनों ने उस पर साइन किए हैं। उस समय पर जो डीपीआर बनी, उस समय पर जो हाइट बनी, उसमें कहीं कोई परिवर्तन नहीं होना है। इसलिए इस प्रकार की आशंकाओं से ग्रस्त नहीं रहना है।
स्कीम टाक चेंज कर दी, स्कीम टा पूरा परिवर्तन कर दी, अधिक कृषक पानी आसवा, अधिक अंचल बुड़वा, से सब हवा द्वारा बर्तमान से ऑब्जेक्शन आसी नचेत आसुना ना, अति कम जगह बुड़ूला।
Suspecting the hand of a mastermind who was acting as a godfather of the dreaded Dhala Samanta brothers, the Commissionerate Police have launched a manhunt. Police have got the clues about the mysterious godfather during interrogation of the Dhala Samanta brothers. Police sources said the godfather was instrumental in the expansion of Dhala Samanta's criminal network. He was giving tips to them on how to gain control on tender fixing, scrap business, Balighat auctions and coal transport tenders, the art of converting black money to white money, to be a social activist and a political leader. Reliable sources said frequent meetings were held between the Dhala Samantas and the godfather to prepare new plans. Though the police are not sure about the identity of the godfather, they suspect he could be a political leader, a police officer or a person of high-profile criminal background. But the police are hell-bent on tracking down anyone if they find him.
Police is not at the mercy of accused. माने से गोटे जिनसो को बाहर करिवा पाई बहुत बट अछि, बहुत जगह साक्षी प्रमाण रही से सब को हमें बाहर करूँ हमें जो जो तथ्य रही से ना कोऑपरेट कले भी सेटा बाहर पुलिस रा कार्य क्षेत्र होची जो माने अपराध करिसंती से जे माने के होना कहीं से जो ता भितर आसीबो तार अगेंस्ट निश्चय एक्शन निया जीवो गोटे लाइन रे मु आपन को रिप्लाई देबी जो माने क्रिमिनल इन्वॉल्वमेंट आसीबो से माने अगेंस्ट एक्शन निया जीवो.
Taking note of the ongoing protest by the Mini Truck Owners Association against the prevailing freight rate for mineral transport, the Odisha government has decided to revise the freight rate in 5 districts for the second time since August last year. Informing the media today, Commerce and Transport Minister Ramesh Majhi said the state government had earlier fixed the freight for mineral transport in Angul, Jajpur, Keonjhar, Sundargarh and Jagatsinghpur districts. But protesting the freight rate, the Mini Truck Association in Keonjhar had staged a dharna, badly affecting mineral transport in the district for the last 5 days. He said the members of the Mini Truck Owners Association had staged dharna demanding compensation towards the loss they sustained in mineral transport within a distance of 100 kilometers. Notably, the state government, in order to rein in truck owners who used to charge arbitrarily and exorbitantly for their services earlier, had fixed the mineral freight rate in August last year. But following a protest by the truck owners, the government had revised the freight rate in November the same year.
ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ରିଭାଇଜ ରେଟ୍ ଫିକ୍ସ କରାହେବ ସେଥିରେ ବିଭିନ୍ନ ଜିଲ୍ଲାପାଳ ମାନଙ୍କର ମଧ୍ୟ ମତାମତ ସହିତ ମିନି ଟ୍ରକ୍ ଆସୋସିଏସନ୍ ଏବଂ ଅନ୍ୟାନ୍ୟ କର୍ମକର୍ତ୍ତାଙ୍କ ସହିତ ଆଲୋଚନା କରିସାରିଲା ପରେ ରାଜ୍ୟ ସରକାର ଗୋଟେ ରେଟ୍ ଗୋଟେ ଧାର୍ଯ୍ୟ କରିବେ.
ଗାଡ଼ିବାଲାର କିସ୍ତି ଏବଂ ଗାଡ଼ିବାଲା ଭରଣ ପୋଷଣ ଏବଂ ଗାଡ଼ିର ମେଣ୍ଟେନାନ୍ସ ଏ ସମସ୍ତ ଦିଗକୁ ନେଇ ଯଦି ଆଜି ରାଜ୍ୟ ସରକାର ପୁନଃ ଏ ଦର ନିର୍ଦ୍ଧାରଣ କରନ୍ତେ ତାହେଲେ ବହୁତ ସ୍ୱାଗତଯୋଗ୍ୟ ହୁଅନ୍ତା.
2 electricity generators in Odisha demanded a hike in power tariff at the hearing in Odisha Electricity Regulatory Commission OERC on Thursday. On the first day of the hearing on the amount of hike in tariff at the OERC in Bhubaneswar, Odisha Hydropower Corporation OHPC demanded a 73% increase in power charges. Another power producer, Odisha Power Generation Corporation OPGC, asked for an increase to Rs 2.82 per unit from the Rs 2.10 at present. Meanwhile, the Electricity Consumers Association President Ramesh Satpathy objected to the power hike during the OERC hearing. The Gridco will present its view on power tariff hike during the OERC hearing tomorrow. Sources said the DISCOMs are also likely to demand an increase in power rates. At present, power consumers are paying Rs 2.50 for the first 50 units, Rs 4.20 for 51 to 200 units and Rs 5.20 for 201 to 400 units. In the wake of the allegations of harassment of 3 senior lady lecturers of Revancha University by senior faculty members, the Congress on Thursday sought the intervention of the governor into the case. A 12-member Congress delegation led by the PCC Vice President Suresh Mahapatra met Governor S.C. Jamir at Raj Bhavan in the capital city and submitted a memorandum in this connection and demanded stern action against those who have harassed these lady lecturers. Notably, the 3 lady teaching staffs, Associate Professor Sangeeta Padi of Botany Department, Anjuman Ara of Hindi and Anita Das of Sociology Department had brought harassment charges against their senior faculty and lodged a complaint with the Vice Chancellor. Notably, Padi had made allegation of harassment and mental torture against a senior faculty member of her department in August last year. After Padi, 2 other lady teaching staffs also came forward with allegations of harassment. Barsha Soni Chaudhary, the estranged daughter-in-law of the former Law Minister and senior BJD leader Raghunath Mahanti, on Thursday collected Rs 25,000 as interim maintenance for January from the Balasore family court. Counsel of Barsha Soni's husband, Rajashri Mahanti, had deposited Rs 25,000 as per the directive of the family court. Meanwhile, petitioner Barsha Soni said, I have received the interim maintenance for the January and Rajashri will deposit the arrear amount in the court within 1 month. Earlier, Rajashri's lawyer had said he will challenge the judgment of family court in the High Court.
इंटेरियर मेंटेनेंस पे मान्यवर फैमिली कोर्ट ऑर्डर देथिले कि मासु 25,000 डिपोजिट करिया पे मो पाखरे सेटा आज से माने तांको एडवोकेट माध्यम रे कोर्ट रे सबमिट करचंती आ जनवरी मंथ रो मते मंथली 25,000 आज मिलिछि जो एरियर मनी अछि सेटा आ मासे भितरे से माने डिपोजिट करबे कोर्ट रे.
After imposing restrictions on the visit of foreign tourists to certain tribal areas in Odisha for over 3 years, The state government has relaxed its restrictions on visits by foreign tourists to tribal pockets in the state after over 3 years, officials said on Thursday. The relaxation in restrictions would enable foreign tourists to trek and learn the lifestyle of primitive tribes living in the hilly terrains. The state government revised the guidelines for regulation of visits by foreign tourists and researchers following recommendations of a committee headed by Home Secretary Asit Kumar Tripathi. However, the committee recommended some security guidelines that need to be adhered to by foreign tourists and researchers during their visits to tribal areas. Odisha is home to 62 tribal communities, including 13 categorized as particularly vulnerable tribal groups (PVTG). According to the revised guidelines, foreign tourists have been asked to pay respect to the culture and tradition of the tribals. They have also been asked to take photographs only with the consent of the tribals. The tourists also have to submit their proposed itinerary to the police superintendents of the concerned districts, and the tourist officer of the districts will coordinate if they are intimated in advance, said the notification. It is also mandatory that foreign travellers use tourist guides approved by the state government. The Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Department would identify local youths as tourist guides, and they will be trained by the Tourism Department. The state government reportedly took the decision following dwindling tourist footfalls in Odisha. As many as 40 platoons of police would be deployed to ensure foolproof security during Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the National Institute of Science, Education and Research, NISER in Jatni, Khurda on 7 February, informed Police DG KB Singh after reviewing security arrangements for the Prime Minister's visit to the institute. While reviewing the security of the helipad and stage prepared for Modi, Singh said that one IG along with 4 police personnel for SP rank will be stationed at the venue. Preparations are going on very well. We have decided to deploy one IG and 4 SP rank officials during Prime Minister's visit to the institute, Singh said.
I have reviewed the arrangement. Arrangement is going on very well. We have deployed one IG and 4 SP rank officers and about 40 platoon of the force. And ASL has already been done with the SPG. SPG people are here and our force is there and we are doing our arrangement and it will be best.
Before wrapping up the news headlines once again, BJP and BJD unleash massive poster war to claim credit for the IOCL's Paradip refinery ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the state. Union Minister Uma Bharati washes her hands of the Polavaram matter, says the centre won't interfere as it is an interstate issue. Commissioner Police launches manhunt for D Brothers' godfather, who is suspected to be the mastermind of the entire criminal network. 2 electricity generators in Odisha demand hike in power tariff at the hearing in Odisha Electricity Regulatory Commission. And Odisha relaxes its restrictions on visits by foreign tourists to tribal pockets in the state after over 3 years, sets revised guidelines for regulation of the visits. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.